Okay, good morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and things are sloppy here in Florida. It's raining cats and dogs. You look at your radar for Florida, you'll notice there's lots of red and orange all over it. And according to the weather forecasters, it's going to be like that for a week or more. Ugh. Woke up this morning, there was like uh, puddles out in the street, which is very unusual for my neighborhood. It really has to rain to get to cover the sidewalk, like cover the sidewalk in puddles and everything like that. Make it very difficult to walk the dog, which my wife is doing right now. She got a lot of guts, but she and the dog, no, she's about to do it. Yeah, the dog's got a nice raincoat. It's yellow like we had when we were kids. Anyway, so much for that. So today, probably a very short broadcast. Yesterday was tough. Good day, but still tough. And so I'm going to be creating chromatic neutrals from complementary colors and showing you how I do that. I don't know how everybody else does it. Well, I guess you have to do it the same way because, color theory is not one of those things you just have personal opinion on. You do it the way or no way. Okay, let's look at this. Yesterday, I just have that thing take up the whole screen. Yesterday, I went from, open up what I actually had because I copied this. This is a copy. And this, let me see. This is what oh, come on. This is what I had. And this isn't the worst of it. This is with this and that, all that. It was muddy. I don't know. I was playing around with the dodge tool, the burn tool. It doesn't work. Better just to get all that out and to use chromatic neutrals. Instead of using gray, black and white to get gray, I'm using chromatic neutrals, which is simply, if you look at this color here, we got it right. It should not have, when I did it, it had no white, it had no black in it at all. It was 26% cyan, 33% magenta, and 30% yellow, and you get a chromatic neutral. And it looks just like that. And all these are chromatic neutrals. But the cool thing about a chromatic neutral is that since you're making it from complementary colors, you're making it from color itself, all colors have a certain temperature. And that temperature either makes it advance if it's warm or recede if it's cool. So you can play around with that and you can have different, basically the same value in a chromatic neutral, but if it's a different temperature, it'll behave different spatially. So that's what I'm getting at right here. Okay, so, and I think I may have fixed one of my major technical problems by just eliminating Bluetooth from my Wacom tablet. I hooked it up to the USB, and it shouldn't give me any problems from now on. Let's hope. Okay, so now here's my tone. I put tone over this, so I might as well just leave the tones. That's the way it's going to be. And up here, I took away the, where's the, yeah, here it is. Took away the color. I redrew this and laid it in. So I have to play around with that a bit in order to get it. I probably should take away the color layer in order to accentuate it and make it a little more interesting. Oh, since I am not using my regular keyboard, I have to use the laptop keyboard. I'm always doing that. I see. Get the hand. Yeah, the hand. Better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that layer, which is this thing here, and I'm going to play around with its levels. And that'll give us back a little bit more wallop. Yep, which is what I wanted. I just wanted to give it a little more wallop. And then I can, if there are places where I, like right here, no. Get that out of here. There's been a cheap shirt because he gets string coming out of it. Okay. And then that doesn't exist in the, not that far up. Okay, and clean this up a little bit. I should clean up a lot. Yep. Clean this up a tiny bit. Yep. Clean this up. Clean this up. Clean that up. Clean that up a tiny bit. Clean that up. Wherever I see that the that my scan was a little bit messy. Like for some reason, right up here in the watercolor layer, where's my watercolor layer? That didn't make it. Wonder what happened there. I must have done something stupid. I can fix that with my clone tool. Over here, unlock it, and hit option. The area defined has not been defined. Yeah, I did that. Oh. Wrong keyboard. Sheesh. Now I just bring it over here. And give myself a little more. Give myself some texture in there. Don't have to worry about that. Lock that again. Now keep my color layer back. And so this is a lot clearer. It's a better drawing than what I had. So I'm glad I did that. Now I'll go down to, since I'm on layer 6. Nope, that was layer 6 is covering the whole thing up. Layer 5. Okay, let's draw in let's first get myself some black. Everybody sleeping in? I guess if the lockdowns are starting to disappear, people are going out on Saturday nights and sleeping in Sunday mornings. And me sleeping till 8 is sleeping in. I didn't like that. Okay. Bring that up a bit. What what am I on? Watercolor basic, that's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, let's just very lightly draw. Yeah, that's the way I'm doing it these days. Just very lightly draw these clouds. Give them a little bit of a perimeter. And give them a little bottom to that. Didn't like that. Good thing that we have undo. A little bit there. And then I'm gonna put some back here because I'm gonna create a focal area right here that that involves this big log. Okay, in the color, I need to get rid of the majority of that blue. Most of it, get rid of it so it makes that wood stand out, which I had in the original version of this thing where it clouds, but they were too fluffy. It looked too much like a yeah, okay, I can do that. I'm not gonna erase my drawing. A little bit over here, or maybe a bit over here. Okay. Okay, now soften that a bit. Don't want to soften it too much, just enough. And that's working pretty nicely. You just shove some of that blue into the underside of that. That works pretty nicely. You make the blue the color of the underbelly of the cloud. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think this works a little bit better than my old. I've been experimenting with the clouds and everything. This works, I think, a little bit better. I do this here. I play around with that right there. Probably need to just, instead of, well, yeah, I can do that. Just get rid of that. Right there. And I should recolor that thing right there. Get that recolored a bit right there. Don't want to go too wild with this blue thing. Okay. And okay. And down here in the, I need to soften these lines just a tiny bit. Maybe I just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Okay, leave those lines alone. They work nice. Okay, okay. Now, probably need to do a little bit of drawing in this area. Let me open up a page, not page 64, page 61. Let's see what 61 looks like. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'll bring this over here so it doesn't interfere with my view of that, and grab that brickish red, which works pretty well. Go down to the color layer and see what happens when I do this. Do it kind of lightly so I don't completely obliterate that watercolor effect that I got when I was messing around coloring this. Wanted to make it a warmer color just because it agrees with colors that you're gonna see in a little while. Anyway. Huh. I've got the opacities correct. Okay. Okay. What I did like this. If I what's on layer 3? Nothing that would bother me, I think. When I put that on like this, and I don't lose that watercolor effect, which I'm doing. So let's put this on here. I can always get rid of some of that if I don't like it. It's still coming off as watercolor. That's good. Ooh. Okay. Okie dokie. Huh. I'm looking at color of the sky over in this page 61. But it is not the color. I have not gotten rid of that electric blue, which is bugging me. Electric blue is very acidic. It has a crisp quality to it that is fine and dandy in a muscle car. You put it on a Mustang or a Camaro, looks great. But in the sky, it looks like there's something going on, like acid rain or something. And so I'm not so sure I want it there. So I'll make my decision in a few minutes. At least I shouldn't lose my Wacom tablet today. I may have fixed that problem, though it'll be completely fixed when I have another computer, when I graduate from my old MacBook Pro to a late model iMac. So I'm not going to buy a new one. Too expensive. And I'm a retiree. I'm not going to waste money that doesn't need to be spent. Okay, now. Color is that now? It is sort of the same color as the other one, but maybe what I can do is get rid of some of these areas. Yeah. Ooh. As you get older, your hands give you problems. Not big problems, big enough to make you cantankerous. That's all. Shift Control Z. Come on, Shift Control Z. I mean, Command Z. Oh, maybe I'll just have to go up here. Step backward. Yeah. And what's that shortcut? Step backward? Yeah. Shift. Oh. Well, here we got another little screw up. Okay. Again. So down here, let's draw some of these. Okay, now. Draw some of these and see if I can create work on the continuity between different pages. Okay. I can play around with that later on. Okay. And bring this up like this. Yeah. Have it overlap that. Some of that. Some of that. Go down here to the, well, we would have to do that. Not in the color layer. Just get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay. And then I give that right there, that color, and bring it over that. Well, not sure that was too smart an idea. How about if I did this? Ugh. Let's see if I can modify that some. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's see. Now let's smudge that. It's gotta. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Now, what goes on here? Yeah, right there. Probably a little bit over here. And and over here, I can probably do the same thing. Okay. And maybe and what I'm trying to do here, something that has informed my striving ever since I was taking up painting and discovered the Venetians, that if you could construct everything from color, even though you really love to draw, that fusion between competent drawing and color, which constructs space and defines these cool elements, is my goal. That's ever since I discovered Titian, Veronese, Giorgione, Bellini. Absolutely love Bellini. Okay, and over here in this layer here, I got to get rid of some of these lines that are going through the rocks, these little stones, which I'm not even going to say what they are. Who knows what they are? Maybe they're mushrooms. Get my friend Bo to go look at them, say, "Are those mushrooms?" Bo, go look at those mushrooms. See if they're mushrooms. Don't pick them. Don't eat them. You said you didn't eat those poison things. You tell him what I said, Dave. I know Dave Wilson watches this. Tell Bo what I said. Tell Bo to get over here and watch these things. Bo's my oldest friend. Known him since we were in junior high school. A little bit there. Okay. Maybe a little there. Okay. Oh, now I kind of like that. What am I going to do with all that? So maybe I'm going to go back and do similar things in a really deep, ruddy line. Let my give my hand a little shake. Ooh. Get older, this happens to you. You grab onto something real firm and everything, your hand starts to go numb on you. Ooh. Anyway, that's better. Oh, I was going to do something up here and in this layer. So I'm going to and I'm probably going to have to neutralize these lines. Either make them, get rid of them, or make them real light. Those lines are popping forward and not doing what I want them to do. Oh boy. And probably should do the same thing to that. Get rid of that. Okay. Yep. Just get rid of it. Let color do that. Yep. I'll let color do that. Create that horizon. Okay, so means I gotta. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's go back here. Don't want to get too wild. We have to get rid of those lines too. Didn't I just do that? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of that. So do that again. Yeah. Okay, back to building up these little rock things. And maybe I'll make this a little bit more like a strata. And overlap some of these things. I can always play around with them, and I should probably overlap some of these things. Overlapping is a good way to make space. Okay. Now, I have to play around with this just the tiniest bit. Just so that things don't get too hairy. Get rid of that little edge of the drawing where I drew a border. Pardon me. My coughing reminds me of a joke that I found after the pandemic started. It said, dating these days is tough. Everything's all right till I start sneezing. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's not looking horrible, I suppose. Let me see. Lay in some shadows here. Just the slightest bit of shadows. And there's always smudging that you can do later on. I probably should put some little marks on the ground to just show their little itty bitty pebbles. Other places, little imperfections in the ground. La 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 la. Okay, dibba dibba boop. Starting to look like something. Probably need to go down in. Ooh, I'm doing all this in my layer. Okay. So I can get rid of that line there. That line doesn't belong there. Get out of there, boy. There. Okay. A little bit of that. Get rid of that. I don't need that right now. Ooh. Ow. And then I'm going to establish that there. Probably just using color, or I'm going to do some other way. Okay. Back to this. Okay. Now, seeing about the kind of chromatic neutral I'm going to use. I'm going to get rid of all this. There was some black in here, which was necessary if you're going to make line. But if I were to bring this up to, let's say 50%, 50%, what would it look like? And then, well, let's bring it up to 65 and see what happens. Yeah, okay, let's make them all 75. 75. 75. 75. Now we're getting to a real chromatic neutral. Let's lay it over here in this layer. Let's make sure. Nope, let's not use that layer. Let's create another layer. Do anything I want to. Is that a normal layer? Yeah, that's a multiply layer. You want to make it a multiply layer. Then let's lay this over here and see what kind of shadow we get. If we get a real, that's a chromatic neutral shadow. It's still a color. So we can make old Blue Boy's legs stand out there. Ah! Make that stand out there. Okay. And make his legs stand out even more. Between his legs. A little more there. To the right of his legs. Maybe do a little more there. Huh. I probably have my, yeah, I still have audio on. So I'm feeling a bit better. Okay. This is all unless I've messed up. Yeah, it's a chromatic neutral. 75, 75, 75 in cyan, magenta, and yellow. Gives you a chromatic gray that still interacts as a color. It's still a color. It's not black. It's not, strictly speaking, any of these things. Extremely neutral, but it does not, notice here, it does not deaden this area. This area still stays an active ambient. There's still a sense of ambient light going on in here. And so you don't lose all of the properties of color that are so desirous in any composition. It doesn't just become this little flat area of black or this very uninteresting gray. So you can do that to blend in the edge of that big clump of tree so that the tree doesn't float. And then you can bring that up into this because it's going to still interact quite nicely with these chromatic neutrals. And you can play around with it all you want. Create these little watercolor effects back here. And maybe I don't want to get that radical. Or now you're obeying me. Now you're doing okay, I didn't want to get rid of all that. Maybe along the edges. Sort of get this up here. Maybe I don't like that either. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now let's play around with the shadows on. Well, let's go into the color section. Grab that. Make sure it is not got no. We don't want any black in there. We want it to remain a fairly. See, that 7 bugs me. So we're gonna. Okay, let's make this a 33. And this a 40. And let's just make that his. And it's not the hat color that I gave him earlier. Huh? I don't have a hat color for old blue boy right now. Yeah, let's go back in there. Well, let's make it 45. 45. And that's closer to the hat color that I had. Okay, down here in the. Now, coloring old blue boy's hat. which I kind of like. I kind of like that. And over here, and I might as well give him the same dadgum hair color. Hat color down here. Don't want to get too radical here. Okay. So, dee-da-dow-da-dow. Now, what kind of color did I give that, boys? See, I'm not sure I gave him a good, here. What kind of color did I give him for his pants? At 20, well, certain colors can be kind of dull if you don't want it to, oh, yeah, I can make these pants a little duller than usual. It won't harm anything. Yeah, because the rest is so enlivened. I can use a little bit of color that has some black in it. Just knock that down a little bit so it doesn't, pants aren't jumping all over the place. Okay, now use the hand the way it's supposed. Well, I can do this over here too. Am I in the color layer? Better be, or I'm in big trouble. Nope, not. Should be over here in the color layer. Okay, and he's got to have some flesh color on his head because he's got one of those soup bowl haircuts. They're so popular amongst people who don't have a barber. I'm surprised I didn't use one during this pandemic. So my wife would have killed me. Ooh, she's real tough on me when it comes to the hair. Okay, color. Up there. Real that little blue line there. Okay, give that. Okay, no. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. So what have I? What? No, I didn't ask you to do that. Okay, let's play around with once again. Let's look at 70, 70, 70. What do I get here now? I'll lay this up here. I just barely put some shadow over this boy. Put that in there. A little bit in there. Some in here. Bring it down here. Make this. And bring this over here. Turn this into shadow that goes up his leg. Over there. Where am I? Okay. Now, where am I there? Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Even that, ouch. Even that little line there doesn't bother me a whole lot, though. I do wish I could find some way. Let me see if I can do that. Find some way of well, let's do that. Let's do this as normal, and I've got this color here, which is more agreeable to me than that really bright blue sky, which is kind of bothering me. Just want to knock it down a bit. Yeah, by knocking down that sky a tiny bit, it neutralizes some of that acidity that you get from that electric blue. To up here too. Just kind of up here in the sky, that's what I'm doing. If you're looking on a display that can't enable you to see what's going on with the cursor. Okay, just finishing that up. Get rid of that little bit of electric blue on the horizon line. Okay. Now it's starting to look like something. And done with just the minimal amount of black anywhere, so it doesn't take over the show. Okay, now let's see what happens when I do the same thing down here. I get rid of that. Ooh. Where's my watercolor layer? I have to bring the watercolor layer up above all this so that it doesn't get obliterated by that tone there. Where did I go? That's not it. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oops. See doozy. Okay, I have to be careful there. In fact, probably I should increase the size of my image so I can actually see what's going on, and I'll help you guys out by getting rid of me. And okay, and then okay, over there, get real careful when I get around the edge of the form. Okay. Okay, it's getting there. And it's the color I chose for the sky in some of these other pages, which is not as acidic. I'll just erase that. Okay. Well, needs a little more of that. There. And I'm going to have to go over all those edges. Yeah, I just have to go over the edges. Don't get too wild. And don't worry. It's the beauty of digital art, is that you can make all types of changes that are not going to destroy your work. Nothing like discrete layers. I might take out that electric blue underneath it and see what happens there. Amazing how I'm getting interesting. What's that look like? I'm still getting sort of like the stop motion kind of video. Probably because this, I don't know, maybe the video card doesn't output enough to the stream. I see other people using the same video encoder and getting smooth results. They probably have a little bit newer computer than I have. Oh well, that'll come in the future. Ah! Okay, I'll just go around the edges of that a few seconds and fix my mistakes. La 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 la. Okay, we're here underneath the log. I wonder, should I redraw this thing here so it doesn't look like a side of ham? It's gone bad. Probably should. We'll see what I can do in a few minutes. To reduce the size of that brush so I can get it inside. Right there. Okay. La 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 la. Some kind of charity golf going on this weekend. Tiger and Phil, I think. I have to look at that this afternoon. Well, that didn't appear to be as transparent as it should. Okay, over. Take my little eraser and get rid of the color that obliterates these lines, which is not a good thing. Yep. Gotta get rid of those. Okay. Over here I had that problem. Actually, if I just made this multiply, I might be able to see that stuff. Maybe I'd be able to see that stuff. I probably can't. No, I gotta. Yeah, I have to increase the size of this thing. Where's my toolbox? There. Bring this over here. Then I can. Do that there. A little bit there. Okay. Okay, right there. There. Uh, na. Okay, right down there. You can stop now. Oh, I'm so lazy. I don't want to go over and use that hand tool. Okay. There. Probably right there. A little bit over here, a little bit here. Yep. Don't see too much more. Hand tool. The slab. Whatever. Okay. Now, probably should go in and do a little bit of, finer detail. Oops. Ah, yeah, a little bit of finer detail here, but get rid of these overlaps. Then I can do the detail. Huh? Okay. It's getting a little bit better. You son of a gun. Oh. Oh. Okay, I missed this. Probably missed the edge around here. Not bad. Okay, a little bit probably I missed here. That's not bad. Missed that there. Right up here, up beside that glove, the upper part where your thumb is, and that up above the. Ah, you son of a gun. Ah. Okay. Down here where the elbow is. Yeah, that whole area is pretty much left alone, wasn't it? My best I did. Maybe that blue coming through is not such a bad deal. Don't want it to do too much, but it's not the ugliest thing it ever was. Let me see. Go down here into color and maybe get rid of some of this. Doesn't need to be too much of a bleed. And right around here also. And there. Okay, then I need to color that. Get that? Okay, got that. Bring this over here, see if I missed anything over here. I missed this. And his nose, I guess I thought I would do it another way, but it's not working. So I'll bring this over here and I'll deal with you in a few minutes. And I probably should get rid of that. And then I guess I had used that color for his hat, but what happened there? Oh, big dummy. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. Yeah. Okay, a little bit better. Bring down here, around the perimeter of that hat. Okay, and over here, need to get rid of this, rid of that. Just little cleanups that some cleanups are too clean. Some cleanups just got to be done. Okay. Right up there, the ear. I will put in a shadow there later. And over here, let's run this down here. So I got a clean edge to that form. That was probably not a good idea. Leave it like that. Okay, that's the layer I was on. So I want to use that color there. Huh. And it should be all right here. Okay, and I can go over that, get rid of that right there. Didn't have to do that. Well, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. Then I'll just do that. Okay. And a little more coloring around the edges here. Just a little more. Okay. Now we're starting to get there. Now I need to do the same thing to this color layer. This sky back here. Got to make them agree. So we're up here. Let's bring this over here. And increase the size of that so I don't do this all day long. Bring it right over here. Don't even mess the edges of this guy. Just bring it down like this and fill in this. And then I can, that's the first rotary phone I've gotten today. I wonder what's going on. Could my not using Bluetooth for my Wacom tablet have been solving some of my tech problems? By the way, I better save this thing. Yeah, not saving is a sin. Hey, Grits and Guts, how you doing? Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, come on. Okay, I want to, yeah, I want to get a better look at this. Okay, smaller tool. Okay. It's kind of close to that. It's kind of close to that green back there, but I guess some things I just have to live with. This is all mimicking watercolor, and watercolor is kind of splashy, and everybody expects watercolor to not paint between the lines. So that's okay. Now over here, around the edge of all this, I'm gonna get a little more careful because I'm using this as a normal layer because I want to really just kind of what happened there. Anyway, use this as a normal layer so I can just overlay that blue and get rid of that electric blue, which is not what I want. I may get rid of that line there just with this. It doesn't have to be such a thick line or a line at all. Okay. Now, we got a fully realized top layer. Middle layer needs a little bit of work. Let's mess around with that bottom layer. Okay. So now let's lay in, well, probably in the color layer. Let's look at it. Okay. Need to do a little dodging and so that we get some highlights on people's face. You don't want everything just to be some kind of flat color. Now if I smudge this a bit, it'll start to get there. It's not there, but it'll start to get there. Because a highlight is not going to have a whole lot of color to it. So let's lay in some bona fide shadow. But that has to be done up in layer 8. We use that in layer 8. Layer 8's a normal layer. Dang. What's this? Okay, I can use layer 7. Which I'm not labeling. Bad boy. Okay. Now let's use a brownish. Let's use 60%. 60%. 60%. 55%. Okay. Okay, no, it's brownish. And I'm just going to put, I'm going to create another layer. I'm going to call it, I'm going to call it color over color. And that's color over color. To keep this on the wrong keyboard. Okay. Now make this multiply. Now let's see what happens when I lay some shadow in there, which is not a black and white, but it's a chromatic neutral. Which will not deaden the color. Let's see what happens when I soften things up. It'll make it look like it has dirty chin. Now, do the same thing over here, soften that edge here. Now, how opaque should it be? Don't want it to be too dark. And let's play around with that. Maybe make it 45. 45. 45. A little yellowish. Yeah, what the heck? I'm just playing around right now. Let's do something. Get rid of all that and just start over and see what it looks like. I want everything to have that good old thing that's just a part of all cylindrical objects, and it's got highlight, light, core shadow, cast shadow, all that stuff. Move this back a little bit. Yeah, the one that I messed up, that I used my burn tool instead of just being a little more industrious and doing this. The color just stopped interacting with other color in these shadow areas. Whereas that doesn't happen here. This looks as if there's ambient light in there. Real difficult to do that with black. It's just about impossible because it stops operating. What was going on here? Down in the color section. Where did I do this? There must be a shadow layer up here that I'm... Nope, that's not it. Not there. Gotta get rid of that. Nope. 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 Where did I do that? Nope. I have a layer of gray somewhere. Where the heck did I put? Where did I put these things? Is it this one? Nope. It's the tone layer. There is an awful lot of gray in the tone. How did I do that? Huh. That's strange. I may have to lay in all the... Yeah, I may have to lay that all in again. Let me see. Yep, I'm probably going to do that. There we go. Increase the size of this eraser. Will it work? Well, which layer am I on? Tone, bud. Tone. There. Getting rid of all that yucky gray. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. What's going on? Here's tone. Huh. Do you want me to save? Ah! That must have been it. Okay, that's getting rid of some of that murkiness. It caused me to have to do other adjustments, but that's okay. And that's probably where that came from. That's where most of it came from. Must be some other layer. I'm gonna have to just got it down here too. I wonder what happened. I'll find that beige tone and I'll lay it back in there because it's not a. Yep, see how that deadens that blue? I'm getting mad at myself. This is what happens when you use gray everywhere. Okay. Well, there is one way I could, I could do it another way. I still have a lot of undos here. I wouldn't have to mess with all this. I'll do that in a second. Okay. Okay. Control Z. Give it all back. Okay, I think that was, well, there was. Now go in here under adjustments, hue and saturation. You colorize it. And guess what? It's that color. It's not, it is a hue. See how much saturation I give it. Give it a little bit of saturation. And that's not so bad. That actually is that's not a, okay. I figured that one out. So now let's put back in all the, what do I have? Oh, color. Okay, back to color. So it kind of gives something going on here. So it's not just this flat thing. So that's not so bad. Now, so I was, okay. Okay. What color do I have over here? Oh, it must have been this. Okay. Just a little smudging up here, just so it's not flat. And did this a little bit over here. And what did I do here? I'm not sure what I did there. Okay. Now, here, did I? Yeah. Down here, this is something I was going to do yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. I don't like all these little extraneous marks on his face. Yeah, I like it better when his face doesn't have all that, though I may have gone a little overboard here. Huh. Okay. Maybe I didn't go overboard. I just need to draw that line back in there. Okay. This face looks better if it doesn't look like it's. That's just let the color define it. Probably in the nose too. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna have. Okay, let me remember that. Let me make a note of here. Make a note, bud. Make a note. Oh, where's my notes? Oh. Okay, notes, don't be giving me a hard time. Open up again. Okay. I'll just write it down. Dang. I never have any paper up here. Okay, this is a page I don't give a hoot about. 8F. Eight F 8470. Okay. Piece of junk. Oh, there you are. Okay, got it now. Now, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? Well, we're laying in shadow, aren't we? Are we laying in shadow? I'll just keep on doing that. Okay. Enough here in color over. Okay, that's what. Oh. Now I know what I was going to do. Now we're over here in the layer, and we gotta make this a really tiny brush. Now we're just in the. Come on, you son of a gun. What did I do? Okay. If I do it up here. Nope, it's not there. It's down here. And I must have that on. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I just wanted to define that. Make sure that it did not lose its definition. He's got that. Those of us who remember Kurt Swan used to draw Superboy's chin differently than he drew Superman's chin. No cleft. So he had this nice, clean thing. It's no Superboy here, but those little things you remember. Okay. Okay. Now, I was cleaning this up before and didn't really clean it up as much as I wanted to. So I might as well go all the way. Really clean this up. Okay, I'm not so sure I'm crazy about all the lines in this guy's face either, especially this right here. It's got no structural component to it. Okay, so clean up his face a little bit. Because he's not a bad guy. You know, he's just a guy whose arm isn't as thick as this 12-year-old's. Okay. Looking a little bit better. And so we're back to choosing our brown again. Now, do I still have this? Yeah, I do. So up here in color over color, we'll go back to laying in shadow. Okay. You kind of want it to get a little gloppy down here. Okay. Make a line down here. Won't do anybody any harm. Now let's see about now. Okay, I did okay there. Okay. Now, got to be some shadow on these guys' fingers. Yeah, I think Blue Boy's going to win. Yeah, I think how he gets everybody to stop treating him like he's just this little boy. And I got to soften that up some. Soften that up some. I'm going to have to play with this guy's arm a little bit, but let me see. Place some shadow in this guy's hair because his hair bothers me a little bit. It's a little too too. There's nothing can be done about the fact this guy's face is in shadow. I'll lay some of this over here. A little bit over here. Soften this a tiny bit. Yeah. A little bit there. Okay. And then start laying in shadow in his body. Don't want too much. In fact, I'd prefer it to be dark at the top, and then ambient light knocks out most of it as we get closer to his shirt bottom towards his hands. I'll just smudge this down here, see if that works. Okay. Okay, let me see. Now I gotta lay in shadow on this guy's arm. But give it that old cylindrical treatment. Wow, I've had no technical difficulties today. It was all about Bluetooth. Dad, burn it. Could have solved all these problems ages ago. Yeah, I've been doing this now 2 hours. I haven't had any technical problems. It's all Bluetooth. Well, you learn. It's all because the Bluetooth was interfering with everything. Man, I won't do that again. Yep. Yep. The Bluetooth was interfering with all types of stuff. Now I'm not having any problems with my with lagging or anything. Nothing. That is so goofy. One little thing like that. It's like in HTML. Back when I was designing websites, you'd see this huge problem. And it was one stupid semicolon somewhere. And you just have to go figure out which one was it. I had that problem. I did a website for a friend earlier part of the year. And there were little things that were destroying the design. Finding them was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. It was just impossible to get this stupid site to do it exactly the way you wanted to. I finally did, but it took me ages, just ages. And I will never do that again. I will not do web design again. Sorry, I just can't do it. I understand when people are giving it up and saying, you get your own web, get yourself a WordPress site, do it yourself. But it's just maddening. And even if you're doing WordPress, it can be just one small thing, because WordPress is just a HTML in a shell. It's HTML. Then it's PHP. I don't even want to think about it. Now let's do that also. I'll bring that up a little bit. Yeah. Don't want it to get. Okay. I have an old theory, mine alone, that there should be a little bit of greenish stuff going on in the flesh color, simply because nobody's flesh is just one simple cartoon color. Life isn't like that. Nobody's is. Okay. So, but you gotta blend it so it doesn't become too. Maybe I should do it over here in this color layer also. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was my eraser tool. I made a boo-boo. Okay, maybe I can go up here a tiny bit. Okay. Huh. That little highlight's in the wrong place. So I have to color you, young man. Put it down here. Okay, then put the highlight right there. Yeah, okay, I just leave it like that. Though this down here looks almost like he's got a birthmark. Take that out. And okay, let's play around with highlights on their hands and stuff. And Okay. Maybe I should do that over here too. We'll see whether or not that works. Okay. Then let's just lay in shadow color. Remember, I was doing 8F8470. And I'm going to use that as some of my shadow over here. Just knock things around. Okay, so I got this going. And he has to have some shadow. Yeah, that'll be all right. Don't want it to get too much into that, but I can lay this in here. Kind of draw with this now. It's nice to draw with these like watery lines. They have a special kind of thing going on that really helps with the illusion that this is watercolor. Maybe I'll stick some of that over there. Stick some of that in there. Okay. I don't want to give these guys too much definition because then they'll start to compete with the foreground. And they are character actors in my play. Okay. What do I have here? Oh, I have this guy. He doesn't have any shadow on him at all, poor guy. So we're going to do that. I lay the shadow all the way around here. Otherwise, we get this kind of bled in color. And I'm going to shove this up here. Okay, now a little bit of shadow here, a little bit of shadow there. And this guy's tongue has to be pinkish, but don't want to be too crazy. But he's got to have a little bit of there. There we go. So what do we got here? I think what we got is a whole lot better than what we had. Let me go back to 8F8470 and play around. Well, we have to play around with this guy a little bit more. And I think he needs needs that. Well, what are you doing? Okay. Bring this down here. Huh. If I did that, I think that's better. Yeah. Yep, I think that's better. You gotta get rid of color area. I gotta get rid of that little highlight there. Yep, that's better. Okay, I could be doing this forever. but I'm not going to. I'm going to say that this is a whole lot better than what we had. One little thing bothers me. Down here, I don't have any correspondence with that color up there. Maybe that'll help, I think. What the heck is that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure that was such a great idea. Probably wasn't. Come on. I'm getting rid of that. Leave that alone. Maybe I can, once I'll just use that. Not very good, is it? Oh, that's weird. Okay, we'll leave it that like that. It's not so horrible. Maybe we should do that. Eight, F8, 7, 0. And over in the, I think that's where I put it. Yeah. I think I like that better. Okay. I could be going on with this forever, but it's a big improvement. So one must take what one can get. I'll load this into Illustrator as I'll load it into Illustrator. So this is the difference between the two. This and this. Huge difference. Yeah, this is a lot better page. So, you boy won. You're right. So let's save this again. Did I save it again? Yeah. So I'll just load this in there And now we got new page 56. And what we'll do tomorrow is I'll start working on page 65. Try to do that later today. I'm going to redraw that because that is right after, if you weren't with me yesterday, right after this, happened. So you can see the dialogue tomorrow morning when it comes out. But I redid this page, and then I colored it yesterday. And so I kind of like these green skies I got. Skies don't have to be blue. Phobes and Gauguin liberated us from local color. We can do any dadgum color we want. So anyway, so I will do the page that's right after this in reaction to that. This comes from that Greek thing. Greek drama never showed violence on stage. It's always off stage. And so I took a little bit from the Greeks there. So we'll see about that tomorrow. And all this stuff will be up. You'll be able to see it tomorrow morning. Okay, so let me look at where's my, come on, preview page. Oh, yes. This is my page that announces my coming and my going. And tomorrow we'll be back at 10 a.m. and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and full of Pilon coffee with, anyway, lots of it because I need it in the morning. So you like red skies? Red is a difficult color. Red's a difficult color to use. You just simply cannot use red too much. Red is a color that has to be looked at. So if you have it everywhere, if you have a red sky, red skies, you're doing Zombieville, they're going to have red skies. They're going to have red skies, but they're also going to have red eyes. So you can't have different values and temperatures of red for the sky and the eyes. And the blood everywhere. Ugh. Anyway, so red, you're going to have a difficult time. I used to use red when I was just learning to paint. And my teacher brought me aside and said, young man, if you use a red everywhere, everything will look as if it's in the same plane, the same distance from the viewer. You have to change the temperature and the value of your red everywhere you use it. So I learned that a long time ago. So I play with that all the time. So, but I use red very rarely anymore. When I use red, it's like when I used it on the roses. The roses, that was my main red in the whole book because that's a special event. Anyway, so here we are. I'm finished with today, and so everybody have a great Sunday. Take everything easy, and don't do anything that. Stay safe. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so great. I'll see you guys. Bye, Grit and Guts. Thanks for coming.